The Los Angeles Lakers finally got an opening night victory this Tuesday against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The first time in 8 years that the Lakers were able to accomplish that. But now they got a back-to-back this Halloweekend, and it is an uphill battle to start the regular season as the Lakers have a tough set of games coming up here. And certain players we're going to be calling out here on today's episode for guys that need to step up their game this Halloweekend, or else they're going to have a spooky next couple of games. Welcome to Lakers Digest. My name is Hunter Pitcoff, where we cover everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. If you haven't subscribed, guys, to the YouTube channel yet, join the family. First off, I appreciate this number going up. When I started this channel, or started on this channel, rather, the subscribed to not subscribed was about 16 to 17%. We got up to 25%. So out of all you guys watching, a quarter of you are subscribed. So shout out to you. But for those not subscribed, you're watching the content, all 74% of you, I don't know who you are behind this screen, but I'm watching you. And you better stop what you're doing right now and subscribe to the channel. You're already watching. So you're supporting already. Just take it an extra step further. Subscribe means a lot. We're going to keep growing this channel. You can say you were here first before anybody else was, and before we talk about today's video, which is how this is unacceptable and how certain players on this team need to get their act together and they need to step up their game. So a lot of guys played pretty well on Tuesday, despite the fact that it was an ugly game. Anthony Davis was an absolute monster. You see right there on your ticker right now. I don't know why it's off and why some of these last names are cut off, but 36 points, 16 rebounds. Absolute monster on the defensive end. 3 blocks. All of them were just absolutely insane. He was fantastic. I mean, that was prime Anthony Davis we saw out there. LeBron in the stat sheet wasn't great, but he did his thing. Rui Hachimura was awesome in that game as well. But there's some guys that really need to step up. Also, Austin Reaves, despite not shooting the ball well, had a good game. But there's 3 guys, in my opinion, that really need to step up for this Los Angeles Lakers. So when we look at the box score here, the 3 guys I'm looking at that need to play much better this weekend, and not only due to the fact that they need to play better and play to their expectation, but also who the Lakers are playing to. It's going to be D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and Max Christie. D'Angelo Russell, 1 of 7 from 3, and I think 4 or 5 of those shots were absolutely wide open. Gabe Vincent didn't do anything phenomenal, but if you're going to be the leader off this bench and the go-to playmaker, I want to see more than 2 points from Gabe Vincent in 17 minutes. And then Max Christie, who only played 11 minutes in this game, had 5 fouls. And I don't mind the fact that he had 5 fouls, but he had them way too early. He was the guy off the bench that was really going to be responsible for guarding Anthony Edwards. And since there's no Jared Vanderbilt, we don't know when he's going to come back. He's expected not to be here the first 2 weeks of the season, which means that he's going to be back more than likely sometime in November. The next best perimeter defender for the Lakers is arguably Max Christie. And if he's going to be getting in foul trouble all game long and early against guys like Anthony Edwards, the Lakers have the Phoenix Suns coming up here Friday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. if you're an East Coast guy like me, and then the Sacramento Kings on Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Western or Pacific time. So he's going to have a big responsibility there too. So he's going to have to be guarding guys like De'Aaron Fox and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Maybe he might even get the Kevin Durant assignment at some point. So I'm about to say Gabe Vincent because he just popped up there. But Max Christie, this is his role, right? Like, they paid him the big bucks, the 4 years, $32 million. I know a lot of Laker fans were happy about that. A lot of Laker fans excited for the opportunity that Max Christie will have. And JJ Redick has said it flat out that Christie's going to be in the rotation, and he was. He was the first guy off the bench for the Lakers in that Timberwolves game. And yet, the 5 fouls. Again, I don't hate the 5 fouls. It happened so quick, though, that he got in foul trouble, could not get in a rhythm, and then, therefore, they couldn't really sub him back in the game. Again, only 11 points for arguably your 6th man and Max Christie. That's unacceptable. He's going to have to play better on that defensive side of the ball. I think some of the fouls were kind of BS, if you get what I'm saying. But, you know, at the end of the day, he still did commit those fouls. They were silly fouls, and ultimately it cost him a lot of playing time and hurt the Lakers a bit too. Luckily, I think they played really good defense in that game as a team, and that's going to always outweigh a singular player, is team defense. But Max Christie is a part of that team defense, and he's someone that I want to see defensively dominate out there and have that ability to guard the best players. And then for D'Angelo Russell, this is all part of the D'Angelo Russell experience. Us Laker fans, we know this. This is how he is. He typically starts off the season a little rocky, and then he hits a heater, or game to game. You really don't know what D'Angelo Russell you're going to get. It's why fans have been frustrated and complaining, but this is just who D'Angelo Russell is, right? Like, at this point of his career, he's in year number 10. We have to accept the fact that this is just who D'Angelo is. He's a streaky shooter. This is what he does. And so, it's sad. It sucks, but there's no reason that he can't go off against the Suns or the Kings. Like, this is just who he is. He just has to find that groove, that rhythm. And once he does, he becomes an absolute X factor for this team. And then for Gabe Vincent, I just want to see him do more. I want to see him do more. He's a guy who was a highly coveted free agent just last year in 2023 when the Lakers signed him. Everyone was pumped, right? He just came off that Miami Heat championship run. Well, they didn't win, but they went to the finals as an 8 seed, and he was a big part of how they got there, and he was phenomenal for the Miami Heat. He plays on the ball, he plays off the ball, he can shoot, he can play make, he plays defense, he plays within a system, he comes from the Eric Spoelstra Miami Heat culture, and so far has been a bit of a disappointment. I think it's mainly been because of injuries. I mean, he just did not look like himself. He's fully healthy now, though, and I want to see him get off to a great start this season. I think it's going to be really important for this Lakers team, and I think it's going to be really important for his career and his confidence to be at that level for this team. And I love the direction the Lakers are going in. They posted some stuff online about the bigs versus guards, and even J.J. Redick was checking Jackson Hayes, and they got Bronny and Bron playing against each other, and Anthony Davis and Austin Reaves, and LeBron and Dalton Connect. It was a lot of fun out there. I certainly enjoyed it. It's fun that the Lakers social team was able to put that all out. And it just shows you, too, that, these guys they're having a good time out there, and the culture is high, and you got to give a lot of credit to J.J. Redick because it seems like the players have bought in already. They seem much more sound at executing plays the way that most first-year head coaches can't get done, especially ones that have never coached even close to the NBA level before. I mean, Darvin Ham was an assistant coach for years, and he never got the Lakers to buy in. Even Frank Vogel had a bit of an start as a Laker head coach, and he ended up winning a championship with them. So the fact that Redick is off to a 1-0 start is great. It's the first time, again, the Lakers have done it since 2016. My senior year of high school was the last time the Lakers won a regular opening night game, and I'm 25 years old. So it's been a while since the Lakers have pulled it off, and they finally did. And these guys all need to step up, though, and Max Christie, D'Angelo Russell, and Gabe Vincent for your backcourt. But I do want to bring up one more point here as well, or probably two more points. But this one I thought was pretty interesting that Shams put out here. Shams Charania, now ESPN, which is crazy to think. And he was on the Pat McAfee show, which is a football show, but I guess they talk basketball there. And he said that, quote, LeBron James is going to play at least 2 more years, and he could potentially go 3. I don't think anybody would be surprised if he played beyond next season. So I don't think anyone's going to be surprised if he played beyond next season. I mean, LeBron James, I think I talked about it on here before, so go back to one of our previous videos I talked about. I don't even remember. But I did talk about how I think Bronny James is going to spark like an extra second wind in LeBron in this later stage of his career. I think having his son there, it's going to make him almost fall in love with basketball again, and he's going to be locked in and ready to go because he's now sharing this experience with Bronny. And I think that's a really cool moment that both of them had. We talked about how it was a great moment on the court for both of them. J.J. Redick played it perfectly, doing it in the second quarter, which we predicted on this channel, by the way, second quarter, and how they got it done out of the way. It's not going to be an overarching storyline that's going to cloud this team. We know it happened. They had that moment. It was awesome to see, an historic moment in the sport. And I applaud the James family for having the ability to get that done. So that was a great moment. But now we're back to the NBA, real basketball. Again, the 2 games coming up here this Halloweekend. So what do we want to watch out for? So right now, as I'm recording this, the Kings are up on the Timberwolves, ironically, who we just played. And the Suns, they were able to handle the Clippers pretty good. Now, no Kawhi Leonard in that game, but it was the first game for the Clippers at their new stadium. Still does not deny the fact that the Lakers still cast an overarching shadow on the Clippers. That's fine. You have a cute little stadium. You got your little cute little wall. That's fine. But we all damn well know it's always going to be Laker town, title town. It's going to run through the purple and gold always. Just saying. So, to look out for in these games, important games too, against division rivals, is that the Suns and Kings have phenomenal offenses, and that can provide some real issues for the Lakers. I know they played some really good defense against the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, outside of Anthony Edwards, and now they definitely don't have Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, they don't have a lot of explosive playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Naz Reid's been a Laker killer. They did a really good job against him. Dante DiVincenzo went 3 of 11 against the Lakers. Offensively, really didn't get in a rhythm in his first game. But these other teams are different. The Kings went 4-0 against the Lakers last year, and I think the Lakers went 3-2 against the Suns. But these are two teams that can really, really shoot and score the basketball. And the Phoenix Suns are a team that has a lot more continuity, kind of like the Lakers did entering this season. Another year of Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. I really liked some of the additions they made this offseason, whether it's Tyus Jones or Monty Morris, Mason Plumlee. They're a lot more deeper, and they're a lot more of like a fluid basketball team. And I think Mike Budenholzer was a hell of a hire. I don't like hyping up the Phoenix Suns, but I got to give them credit, and they looked awesome in that first game. And then the Sacramento Kings. DeMar DeRozan, it's a new guy they have. I think it was a really nice get for them. De'Aaron Fox always causes issues for the Lakers. Domantas Sabonis always causes issues for the Lakers. For some reason, Sabonis just has AD's number. I don't know what it is. But I'm hoping this evil, vengeful Anthony Davis that we're seeing so far this season can really just shut all the haters up. And one of them, I guess, is not Sabonis is a hater, but, you know, so something that has plagued him since he was in New Orleans has been Domantas Sabonis. It's just not a good matchup for him. Hopefully he gets his revenge. Lakers can go 3-0. I'll even take 1-1. They're splitting the back-to-back. They have the back-to-back super early this season. And then they play the Phoenix Suns again on Monday. So it's a quick turnaround. The good news is both these games are at home, though. So Lakers don't have to travel, which is nice. Although they're both super quick flights to Sacramento and Phoenix. But again, I'm really excited, though, for these games. D'Angelo Russell, Max Christie, and Gabe Vincent are the three guys I want to see step up and play better in this game and really fulfill their roles how they need to be filled. I think J.J. Redick's done a great job so far. But again, guys, it's only one game. And it's only one game in the season. So leave a comment down below, too, what you guys think. Or what are you excited for with this upcoming Halloweekend games? And also, too, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep saying it. I want to get this channel growing. We are pretty damn close to reaching 3K subscribers. I'm sure a lot of you are also new viewers too, so if you're just getting into the thick of things right now that the regular season has officially started, so stop what you're doing, subscribe to the channel, join the family here on Lakers Digest.